on. So first of all, tonight, congratulations on being the honoree tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Just quickly, your connection with East West Players. I'd like to know more about that.
You know, I remember the first time I actually saw a play in 2003. It was like my wife and I were still doctors, full-time doctors, and we saw Masha No Home. It was like this iconic David Henry Hwang play. And I still remember like Eddie Shin and Esther Che were like the leads, and my wife and I were like, this is just magical. It was like the first time, like, you know, we'd ever been here. And then ironically, at the after party, like I was hanging out with Randall, like I just met him. Yeah, so everything's like really, everything's like really
serendipitous, isn't it?
It's all serendipitous, and so to be here in this context, and then to have, like, you know, the cast of Fresh Off the Boat here, and then the cast of Dr. Ken, is just very, it's so surreal and so sublime. Like, it's just, everything is, it's such a lovely, happy day to see old friends and make new ones, you know? So yeah.
Mystical, right?
It's mystical. It really is nice.
And you mentioned about when you were a full-time doctor. That blew my mind. I learned yesterday that you used to be a doctor. Like, whoosh, and now you're in acting, which are two different industries, equally as hard. But don't you think maybe that, how did that pay off for you today? The fact that you're playing a doctor on TV is one reason, but how else do you think?
Oh, I think because, you know, being behind the scenes, I created the show, and I exec produced the show, and having a say behind the scenes is just, I've never had this kind of creative say, you know, ever behind the scenes. So, you know, on anything I've done. So that has been, you know, an amazing learning curve for me, an amazing responsibility, and it's just changed my career life, my professional life. And I look at everything in a completely different lens, everything, and it's just been eye-opening, to say the least. I really have just learned so much in the last 2 years, and it's been the most creatively. It's really funny, like how, you know, I've done multiple movies and was on Community for 6 years. I mean, I've been very blessed to have this amazing career, but the last 2 years of Dr. Ken, this little humble multi-camera show on ABC Friday nights, has been the most creatively fulfilling years of my last 2 years of my professional life. Yeah.
Can I ask, when you get feedback that you get sometimes from people, what is one thing you've heard that just made you feel like I am doing something worthy? You know, because I'm sure
one of the biggest things ever was because of the subject matter, you know, we are very blessed to hire a lot of Asian guest stars on the show, and one of my friends who, she is a great comic who I respect, Nancy Lee. She's this amazing comedian, and I've known her for years, and she guest starred on the show, and just I've known her for years, and you know, we've dealt beyond a polite relationship, and she just said, what you have done, what this show has done, it takes a village. It's not me. It's just what all of us done. Susie, Krista, Albert. What we've all done is a very special thing, and to be given notes on performance that are based on performance and not ethnicity. You know what I mean? It's like. You know,
look beyond what you see.
Beyond, because there's been Asian American guest stars that have guested on our show that have been like, hey, that have been like just that have been like, they come in with an accent, or they come in playing it so super arch, and I'm like, you know, you may do that in other shows or other productions, but this is, you don't have to. Just be yourself. Be how, you know, and so you know, being an Asian American actor and knowing the stresses of, like, okay, how over the top you want, how cultural you want, you know, this is, and it's a comedy, like, no, just be yourself. It's a completely different ball game here, and just be your,
embracing who you are and your complexities,
find the comedy from there. Exactly. So that's been the joy of it. Yeah.
Ken, it was a pleasure meeting you, an honor meeting you, and have fun tonight.
Thank you.